students, welcome to my e-learning classes. I am Bidhan Krishna, your English teacher from Bidhan English classes. Today in this session, I am going to explain you the first lesson from the book BEEHIVE, Class 9 CBSE. But before I start the explanation of the lesson, let me acquaint you all, ninthers, that in your class you have to study 3 books: BEEHIVE, Moments and Words and Expression Practice Book for Grammar. Now, without wasting any time, let me start with the explanation. To start with, the fun they had has been compiled by the famous American writer and professor of biochemistry, Isaac Asimov. He was known for his work of science fiction. The setting of the story is May 17, 2157 in Margie's house. This story was published in 1951, and the story is set in a distant future world that is 137 years ahead from today. Now, dear students, I would request you to take out your notebook and you must note down the important points and concept of the lesson while I go ahead with my explanation. This story gives us a glimpse of future education. This story is about computerized homeschooling, or you can say school of future kaisa hoga. Or say 137 years or say 140 years ahead, how will be the life of human beings? Writer Isaac Asimov through this lesson बतलाना चाहता है कि आने वाले समय में as things are on constant change in the era of advancement of science, हमारा यानी मानव का पूरा एजुकेशन सिस्टम बदल जाएगा. पेपर, बुक्स, पेन, पेंसिल, ब्लैकबोर्ड, स्कूल बिल्डिंग, इन सभी चीजों का उपयोग करना मनुष्य बंद कर देगा. Owing to advancement in science, rather students would be taught through computers, virtual classroom, robotic teachers, and moving e-textbook. कोरोना पैंडेमिक के वजह से आप लोग पढ़ रहे हो, घर में केंद्रित रह करके ई-लर्निंग वीडियोस, व्हाट्सएप से, जूम ऐप से, कंप्यूटर से, दैट इज टेक्नोलॉजी, मशीन्स का मदद हम लोग आज भी लेते हैं. बट फ्यूचर स्कूलिंग टेक्नोलॉजी पर ही आधारित होगा. पेपर, पेन, स्कूल बिल्डिंग, ये सब एक्सटिंक्ट हो जाएगा. एंड दिस इज एन इमेजिनेशन ऑफ द राइटर. एंड मोरओवर, राइटर का इस लेसन के माध्यम से रिमाइंडर भी है कि फ्यूचर एजुकेशन वुड डिमिनिश, समाप्त कर देगा बच्चों के सोशल स्किल्स को. फ्यूचर के बच्चे सामाजिक संस्कार और सरोकार से वंचित हो जाएंगे. That is, the author's message is one of warning against the dangers of computerized and mechanical homeschooling would deprive children of the benefits of the personal interaction between students and teachers, which will help them develop social skills. And this idea the writer expresses through his pen, through his writing. In fact, this lesson is an expression of anguish and concern of the writer for future youth or generations who would study, learn, become knowledgeable and amass degrees and diplomas, but they would lack social interest, civic sense, as well as human sensitivity and moral values. His, he expresses through the story of two little children named Margie and Tommy. Margie is 11 years old and Tommy is 13. Their story is placed in the year 2157. On the night of 17 May 2157, Margie made an entry in her diary. She wrote, "Today, Tommy found a real book. It was an old book printed on paper. Tommy lived in Margie's neighborhood. That day, he had come to Margie's house and shown her an old dusty book. He said that he had found the book in the attic of his house. The pages were yellow and wrinkled. The words stood still at the same place. They didn't move like the words on their television screen. Tommy thought that such a book was just a waste. One could throw it away after reading. And on television screen, he could find millions of books and he need not to throw the TV screen. Tommy had found the book in the attic of his house. बच्चों ये attic क्या होता है आपको पता होना चाहिए. स्टेयरकेस के नीचे एक स्टोर रूम होता है बहुत से घरों में, वो attic कहलाता है. He told Margie that the book was about school. Margie think there was nothing to write about school. She had always hated school. But Tommy told her that it was a different kind of school that was mentioned in the book. Margie's schoolroom was right next to her bedroom. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography. Margie was doing worse and worse in each test. Her mother sent for county inspector to see what wrong was there. Now county means क्षेत्रीय. उस एरिया का इंस्पेक्ट करने वाला पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर नहीं. इंस्पेक्टर हियर रेफर्स टू एन इंजीनियर जो मशीन को ठीक करता है. County inspector was a round little man. He had a red face with box full of tools with dials and wires. He took the mechanical teacher apart. Margie had wished that he would not know how to put the mechanical teacher again. He was able to complete the job in about an hour. The county inspector patted Margie's head and said to her mother, it was not Margie's fault. The geography sector was geared a little too quick. County inspector slowed it up to the level of an average 10 years old child. But Margie was disappointed. She said she had been hoping that they would take away the mechanical teacher altogether. Once it had happened with Tommy's teacher also. It was taken away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. Now, when Tommy said that the book was about a school, Margie thought that there was nothing to write on a dull topic like school. Tommy told her that, hey Pagli, son, the book was not about their kind of school. ये हम लोग वाला school नहीं है. It was the old kind of school they had many centuries ago. And those old schools had a human teacher. Margie was surprised. Margie said that a man couldn't be as smart as a mechanical teacher. Moreover, she didn't like having a strange man in her house to teach her. Tommy laughed on hearing this. He said that a teacher in those old days didn't live in the house of a child. They had a special building where they went to teach. And all the kids went there to learn. Tommy told Marty that all children of the same age were taught the same thing. The two children had not yet finished their book, the book that Tommy had found in his attic. Old book, अभी तक खत्म भी नहीं हुआ था कि अचानक mother called on them. Mother started calling, Margie, Margie. And when Margie's mother called for her, Margie got scared and she wanted just to obey her mother. And she said that it was probably time for Tommy's school also. Now, Tommy tucked the old dusty book under his arm and walked away whistling. मानो कि उसके पास बहुत बड़ा धरोहर हो, मार्जी को जला रहा हो, मेरे पास है, तुमको नहीं दिखाएंगे, अब हम जा रहे हैं अपने घर. The mechanical teacher was on and Margie's schoolroom was just next to her bedroom. And mechanical teacher was now waiting for her. It was always on at the same time, every day, except Saturday and Sunday. The screen was lit up. The mechanical teacher was going to give a lesson in arithmetic. It was about the addition of proper fraction. फिर mechanical teacher order दिया, Margie, you put your homework. Margie, homework submit करो. Mechanical teacher started with the lesson. लेकिन आज मार्जी का ध्यान पढ़ाई पर बिल्कुल नहीं था. Margie was still thinking about the old schools and the fun the children had in those old schools. All the students from the whole neighborhood came there. कैसे बच्चे पूरे पड़ोस के एक साथ हंसते हुए गाते हुए स्कूल जाते थे, ऐसा दृश्य मार्जी के मानस पटल में देखने लगा. They laughed and shouted in the schoolyard. Hey, oh, yeah. They sat together in the schoolroom. They went home together at the end of the day. Oh, hello, come, chalo ghar chalte, chutti hogi. All students of the same age learned the same thing. Thus, they could help each other on the homework also. Thus, Margie kept thinking about the fun children could have in those schools of old days. उस मौज मस्ती पढ़ने के अलावा बच्चे पुराने दिनों के स्कूलों में उठाते होंगे, इस कल्पना में डूब जाती है. और मार्जी के हृदय की आवाज ही है, लेसन का नाम, लेसन का टाइटल, द फन दे हैड. दे किसके लिए यूज किया गया है? उन बच्चों के लिए, दैट इज आज के बच्चों के लिए, जो स्कूल बिल्डिंग में आके रियल क्लासरूम में रियल बुक, दैट इज प्रिंटेड बुक से पढ़ते हैं. यानी हम लोगों की हाउ मच फन the children in those schools must have had. मार्जी मानो लेमेंट कर रही हो, पछता रही हो कि काश उस तरह के स्कूल में वो भी पढ़ी होती. मानो मार्जी बहुत बड़ा कोई अवसर मिस कर गई हो. So the theme is that of education. The future of education in coming time will become increasingly computerized. Benefits of the personal interactions between students and teachers, which help them to develop social skills. Moral is that, however, smart a mechanical teacher or robotic teacher is, but there is no other thing that could teach us as a human teacher. And we should value the present system of education without finding fault in it. That's all for the lesson, this session. Hope you enjoyed the class. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video with a new lesson. Till then, goodbye.